unusual in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Here's the handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Makes the grab on third. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll go with a direct snap. The Tigers pick up the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Horn. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
The Tigers are marching down the field. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Horn. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The 11th play of this opening drive. They face a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got his man. This is gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
I mean, this offense basically lined up and said, I don't care if you double team him, triple team him, it really doesn't matter. We're still going to feature him. And guess what happens? They still get the first down, even though he was double teamed.
And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Out of the gun to give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Simmons. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll try to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense on first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's good. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Let's see what they've got on second down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 7, Oregon 0.
The play-action fake. Feeling some heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it fly. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they get the sack just like that.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's third and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Has it back here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to it. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Fair catch, called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
Makes the grab. It's Kane. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Aerial assault continues. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
A 3rd down try for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're bringing heat, trying to make magic with his feet. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Snap it to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up touchdown Auburn! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A little over half a minute to play before halftime as they take over 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. Trying to get to him. Looking left. He's got it. Pulled down for the tackle. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Auburn 14, Oregon 7.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the 2nd half. No reason to risk trying. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here after the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Flushed out of the pocket. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Turns it on at midfield. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Stumbled to the ground. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He makes the grab. And they swarm him under.
Nice play. This running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Calls his own number. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third down, he drops to throw. Going deep. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one pick. If I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
He's got it on the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Getting some heat. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Simmons. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick strike complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
Oregon 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Looking to throw on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Smashes ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Eighth play of the drive coming up. Gets it out fast. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Speed behind center cannot be stopped, and the defense really can't even contain it.
No, especially when the offensive coordinator knows how to use it. You got a quarterback that can run like this, use him early and often.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes your quarterback.
I think because of this offense's inability to run the football, I think play action is going to be a little bit trickier and harder for them to now pull off because this defense is just not expecting run, or they're not afraid of their ability to run the football.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Coming after it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's Horn. Unloads to the right. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
On the move. Looking for room at the 30.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go wrong.
Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the outside.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Ducks are threatening in the red zone. Looks as if he's going to run it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The short hands, it's Thompson. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Horn. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. A run for the quarterback. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
It came down to the final